Yo folks, and welcome. In today's video, we'll be talking about the latest gacha games, mobile titles, games, and anime things coming to May, Gacha News Weekly, and more. Let's jump right into this. First things being is Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, possibly releasing September 2022, brought to you by Cyber Agent Financial Report for this news. Now, here's going to be the website, it says coming in 2022, but the gameplay for this is absolutely stunning. Why is that? It takes the Final Fantasy VII remake and condenses it down into the mobile formats. There's going to be some different spells, as you can see, but most of all, this is probably going to be an RPG, turn-based or auto style. I don't know, but it looks so crazy how they can condense this game on the mobile formats. I'm excited for whenever it does release. Probably going to be in JP first, global, I don't know, but maybe 2022, sometime soon. Then we also have Wildborn to launch in KR. This is actually already out, Wildborn specifically, May 9th, May 10th timeframe. Gonna be a Monster Hunter inspired game, and most importantly, these games in South KR are usually not VPN locked, so you can probably play it and access it, a theme park experience for it, which I think is gonna be pretty nice because we don't have enough Monster Hunter inspired games coming to the mobile fronts. Then we also have Wild Arena Survivors, brought to you by Ubisoft. That's going to be coming out, I don't know when, maybe sometime in 2022. The most important part is that this is going to be a battle royale that's a little bit different from your standard battle royales that are already out, mostly because you're going to be surviving and it's going to have this top-down view. A lot of battle royales are going to be FPS shooters. With this one, you're going to be running around collecting different things as battle royales have you do, but you're going to have the top-down perspective, which is a little bit different, and you're probably going to be hunting animals and whatnot in order to survive, and doing all sorts of things that you do in battle royale. We also have the biggest news with Hoyoverse announcing Zenless Zone Zero CBT. If you haven't looked at the gameplay for this one, or at least some of the trailer information for it, it looks so visually pleasing that I cannot understand how they just announced something of this quality. It almost reminds me of something like how Nintendo announces games out of nowhere. Hoyoverse does it right, where they just tease out such an amazing trailer. The music for this is a banger. I wish I could share it. But at the end of the day, it looks marvelous, and there's so many different flavors of characters where I just want to hug them and collect them. You know what I'm trying to say. It just looks so amazing, and I want to play this game right now. CBTs. And the most important thing is the website is also really cool to see. It's just so snappy, and little things like this really brings hope to my eyes. Also, this is going to be an action title, so an action RPG, in case some people are wondering if this is going to be an FPS, brought to you by Hoyoverse specifically. Also, look at this kitten animation right here where she wiggles her tail a little bit. So much flavor, so much pizzazz and sassiness coming out of this one clip. I just wanted to analyze it really quick. It just captured me. And then here's going to be some different factions with the outlaw peoples. We got the construction, and then we got the police or enforcer group, and then we also have the maids and butlers. You gotta have them, and our MCs. This is probably gonna be us as playable units. Regardless, Hoyoverse's Zenless Zero looks absolutely amazing. It's gonna be an action RPG of sorts, and I can't wait to try it. CBTs and all, let's sign up and play. Then we also have Lord of the Rings Middle-earth mobile RPG, brought to you by EA. Just note, there is only that one thumbnail. We don't know if it's going to be cool. Just know it's going to be a hero collector, so probably going to be a gacha. Coming, maybe, I don't know. It doesn't even have dates. All I know is that it's going to be brought to you by EA, and it's going to have Middle-earth franchise tied to it. Then we got Soul Knight prequel, Chili Room. This is going to be entering a CBT test on May 16th. In case you guys wanted to check it out, if you haven't seen the Soul Knight series, going to be an RPG, top-down action, and it's going to be one of the classic ones. It's going to be an older game as well. It's going to be pretty fun at the end of the day because these games have pixelated graphic nostalgia that everyone sort of loves. Then we also got the Vive Le Football May 20th. That's going to be entering a test modes Android, iOS, and PCs in case you want to get your football on. We also have Legends of Lunia that's going to be out right now in case you want to play it. It is going to be looking like an action RPG of sorts. At the end of the day, you're going to be playing with different people. You're going to be organizing a party, and it looks like a Clash Royale in some ways as well. So, hey, if you want to play something out right now, here's going to be one right here. We also have Kung Fu Legend that's out in Southeast Asia regions. So if you wanted an action RPG that has this Kung Fu inspired theme going on, then feel free to check it out. We also have Artery Gear Fusion announcing its global launch. Here's going to be a teaser at the websites. In case you guys want to look at some of the gameplay right here, It reminds me of Octopath Traveler, except you mostly have waifus and mechs, and visually it is so stunning, and it's surprising this hasn't released sooner. At the end of the day, I'm super happy to see Artery Gear Fusion coming to global. Can't come soon enough in my opinion. We also have Apex Legends releasing in May 17th. Apex Legends being one of the most domineering battle royales to come to fruition. It's super huge in JP. It's probably going to be one of the biggest mobile titles. I know it's not a gacha, but at the end of the day, it's huge news because it's going to bring more mobile developers, because people like to see how successful Apex Legends and these mobile titles sort of go. Because at the end of the day, the more successful Apex Legends is, the more mobile titles of quality that we're going to be getting in the future. Then we also have Ni no Kuni that's going to be out May 25th. Now, the most important part to know about Ni no Kuni is that it's going to be out on PC as well, so there's going to be some cross-play functionality with it. At the end of the day, we'll see if it's actually going to be successful. I'm excited to see how it gets handled in the global regions. Then we also have Lumeria Phosphorant Bonds of the Starry Sky mobile RPG launching in JP sometime in the summer. In case you wanted to take a look, here's going to be some of the characters and heroes, waifus, husbandos that you can collect. It looks pretty cool, and the enemies and the variety that you have is going to be available. JP regions, if you want to play it, it's going to be coming at you. We also have a romancing detective style sim with And Zero. Looks amazing to me. Here's going to be a look at some of the UIs and the husbandos you're going to be interacting with. I know it's only in JP regions, but hey, gotta show some love to the husbandos. We also have Reverse Calypse Bakery Operation Official that's inspired by Girls Frontline 30 years into the future. And here's gonna be a look at some of the gameplay. Now, the most important part that I have to say about this Girls Frontline inspired game is that it's going to be out on PC, which I think is going to be really cool because there's not enough games that do this Steam release and also Android iOS releases at the same time. But I believe the story is going to be pretty impactful because it's going to have war themes that are a little bit darker. Not to mention, Girls Frontline is just really good at depicting darker themes and showing off waifus in their best format. Hopefully that's allowed to be said. Then we also have Dislight and a couple of titles coming to May this week. So in case you want to check it out, we'll scroll through it really quick. It looks really amazing, Dislight in particular, but there's some other games, Gothic Survival and all sorts of things in case you want to check it out. Then we have the events with Puyo Puyo Quest and Jujutsu Kaisen collabing confirmation. So if you want to play JJK in the Puyo Puyo way, you got that right here. We also have Tales of Luminaria ending its service for July 2022. It just wasn't a good game when it comes to the actual controls. Visually though, it was beautiful. But hopefully the Tales series will get a good mobile title one day. We also have Automate. It's going to be a Game Pass JP feature that's going to be released by Idea Factory. We also have Final Fantasy 13 that's going to be collabing with War of the Vision, not to mention Final Fantasy Tactics. Final Fantasy 13 with Lightning, that was a classic that I played back in the day in high school. We also have Alchemy Stars doing the Hidden Truth and Fragments of Feast event, so check it out. We also have Revive Witch, Isle of Adventure, introducing some swimsuit skins most likely. It looks pretty amazing. I want to try it out if I could, but here it is. Then we got the Ikki Tousen celebrating its 2nd year anniversary. And when it comes to Ikki Tousen, it's going to be your classic ecchi eroge animes that released back in the day, and I have to say there's going to be some sus things that you're going to be seeing right here, specifically the ones with the chains and where they're going. Ikki Tousen celebrating its 2nd year anniversary, being spicy as always. You'll love to see it. Then we also have Evangelion PUBG Mobile doing a new official game mode. So hey, if you wanted Evangelion PUBG, that's gonna be cool. We also have One Piece celebrating its 8th anniversary. This is huge because this is one of the OG gacha games, almost to the levels of FGO in my opinion. Doing 8 years is amazing because there's not a lot of games that can celebrate 8 years of just solid foundation. One Piece, Treasure Cruise, all the love to you guys because this is probably one of my favorite games that introduced me into the world of gacha. Then we have FGO Lost Belt 6.5 coming to us early June 2022. And then we also have Honkai teasing out Apponia Disciplinary Perversion Battlesuit. That's a tough one to say. Let's go ahead and look at some of the gameplay. She's going to be a moth, I believe, and she also seems to be a godly figure to me in some sort. but a lot of the Honkai Impact characters seem godly, where they have fists and Bayonetta style action RPG mechanics occurring. Look at this, she's actually raining judgment of lightning. You have the Golden Diva right here, that's also from the Moth faction, I believe, and she's wielding dual pistols like Dante from Devil May Cry. I believe that's what his name was, but dual pistol waifu action right here looks absolutely stunning, and hopefully Honkai people love it, because I definitely do, and I'm just watching how it flows. Then we also have the spices from the west in Genshin Impact. All you do is you take some fragrant seasoning, put it on some food, you give it to a friend, and you get some rewards. There you go, Genshin Impact, revolutionizing some things. We have some CBTs occurring with SAO variant occurring in June 10th. That's going to be pretty cool. We also have Tree of Savior M that's going to be doing its second CBTs. If you haven't seen the gameplay for this one, it reminds me something of old school MapleStory, and there's going to be a lot of numbers popping up. I don't know if it's going to be good, but Tree of Savior, you can play it now on Steam absolutely for free. Hopefully it's going to come out soon, because personally this is one of my more visual stylistic games that I just love. Then we also have the New Dawn in open world survival that's going to be entering CBT sometime in 2022. And if you haven't seen it, it draws inspiration from Breath of the Wild. It's going to be a mobile game. If it's good, I don't know. But hey, anything where we can introduce different gameplay styles, just higher quality RPGs on our mobile fronts, I'm all for it. I don't think it's going to be a gacha. Probably just going to be a survival game. It looks nice. That's why I wanted to talk about it. Then we also have 7 Deadly Sins 4 Nights Apocalypse getting an anime. I've been reading the manga. I've just been looking forward to these things. But yeah, hopefully this is going to be a good one coming at you. Then we have Genshin Impact doing a University Invitational UK registration. It's going to be 11,000 euros for the grand prize winner. Here's going to be a look at the websites. The most important part is, how does this PvP Invitational function? Well, it's going to be based off of the Spiral Abyss. You're going to be banning and allowing certain characters. You're going to be selecting different gears. There's going to be phases and all sorts of things. And whoever gets the fastest time is going to be the winner. This article was seen in March 18th though, so maybe the invitational will be a little bit different. At the end of the day, it's going to be a tournament, and there's going to be an 11,000 pounds or euros grand prize for whoever wins it. And I believe you have to be from the UK university to play. Hopefully it's streamed, because I've been curious on how these Genshin Invitational esports PvP tournaments sort of look like. And it's not really PvP, it's still PvE. Then we have some suing action occurring with Riot Games League of Legends Wild Rift suing Moonton Games Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Reason for this is because some of the images within the Mobile Legends universe look fairly similar to League of Legends. So we'll see if this court case actually comes to fruition, because there is definitely a lot of sus things with Mobile Legends Bang Bang drawing inspirations from League of Legends Wild Rift. Then we also have a meme CN Gacha timeline. I thought it was funny, and it's not entirely real. It's a meme, by the way. I hope you got that. But there's so many CN titles of quality here that I just want to talk about it, and I think it deserves a spotlight in the video. We also have Limbus Company showing off some gameplay features right here. If you haven't seen it, it's going to be a complicated RPG of sorts, where you chain together certain movesets in order to tackle and take down the enemies. Probably going to be one of the coolest games. It's going to be out on both mobile fronts and PCs on Steam, and I'm super happy to cover it, because I played Library of Ruina, I think that's how you say it, and it is so complicated and mind-blowing how crazy the mechanics can get for this game. We also have Girls Frontline 2 news brought to you by Mars, and here's going to be a look at a Google Doc that contains the GFL 2 stream and all the things that occurred. So here's going to be some waifu actions, some waifus that you can collect, and most of all, some teasers of the models. Also, huge thank yous to Luck for showcasing this infos to me and how the characters looking and being designed. Personally speaking, it looks amazing. Any news for Girls Frontline 2 Exilium, I'm excited for, because it's really hard to scrape any news for Girls Frontline 2 specifically on this game. But the models, they look sick. They look marvelous, fascinating, every single adjective that I can think of. And the waifus in this, they look absolutely adorable. They have so much personality. That's the word I've been looking forward to all day, because that Zenless Zone Zero, that game that I was talking about earlier, has personality. And same thing with Girls Frontline 2 Exilium. has plenty of personality, that's for sure. And here's gonna be some Azur Lane action, having some skins that are going to be limited and ending. So in case you want to claim them, why am I talking about Azur Lane? Because we caught to talk about Nikke, Goddess of Victory, teasing us Mary right here. An absolutely mommy waifu that you want to collect. Nikke, Goddess of Victory, bringing us smiles at the end of the video, as always. But yeah, that's going to be Gacha News Weekly for you. Hoyoverse bringing us Zenless Zone Zero. That's probably the biggest news and the thing that I'm looking forward to the most. But there's so many amazing like anime games and gacha games coming to mobile fronts in the future. I can't wait to talk about more. But anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we're at 35,000 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day, and see you guys in the next one.